What is the opinion from the court?
Poppy and Jim, the court issuing that landmark ruling that this nation has been bracing for, and the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade.
All the human rights are going to start falling down. Alright, LGBTQ plus community, we're next on the chopping block. And birth control. And possibly interracial marriage. So pretty much we're going... The only thing that's going to have rights in this country is white men and guns.
How do I look at my daughters and tell them that they're growing up in an amazing place when they're not?
If you are a red state and you have anti-abortion laws, not only will I not visit your state and not spend my money there, but I will also not be sending my children there to college, and they will not be spending any money there either.
Boy, oh boy, are the 304s mad today. They are big mad. They pissed because personal accountability and responsibility apparently are tough pills to swallow. And if you guys don't know what a 304 is, just look it up right on Urban Dictionary. The 304s are gonna be popping Plan B like Tic Tacs after Clarence Thomas and the conservative Supreme Court finally, officially overturned Roe v. Wade, handing the issue of abortion back to the states. And boy, let me tell you, the 304s are pissed.
Get out of my behind. Get out of my vagina. Get out.
We're still here.
Out of the way, out of the way, out of the way.
Illegitimate! 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 Into the streets! Into the streets! Into the streets! Into the streets! Into the streets!
Yeah, so guys, there are real liberal tears that are being shed over the fact that now, in red states particularly, right, that have just outright banned abortion, that, again, is now in full effect because of these trigger laws, they're upset and once again calling for an insurrection against the Supreme Court because now they have to take some responsibility when they spread their legs, okay? They don't have a get-out-of-jail-free card when they can just, hit the eject button on human life, right? Again, personal responsibility and accountability. These people seem to be immune to this, right? They're terrified of it, okay? And it's absolutely amazing. It's an amazing sight to behold because all of a sudden, these woke revolutionaries are going to figure out what a woman is, right? We're going to hear a whole lot about women's rights and women's health care.
What the Supreme Court just did was that they chose to endanger the lives of all women and all birthing people in this country. But not only that, they've chosen to strip rights from men too.
When before they couldn't define what a woman is. They're going to talk about how white men, how men have control over women's bodies. This is about power and control, okay? When at the end of the day, they've been telling us that men can get pregnant. So this issue is in fact a men's rights issue as well as a women's rights issue. And if you disagree with that, then you are a bigot. You're transphobic, okay? But when it comes to all the outrage, I really don't understand it. I really don't get it. But maybe it's because a lot of people have been simply uneducated on this issue in regards to what Roe v. Wade actually does and what happens now that it's been overturned. Simply, the issue goes back to the states, right? In the sense that if you live in a liberal state that's cool with abortion, then hey, they're going to protect your ability to do that. You can still do that, right? Now, again, if you live in a red state that has banned abortion, I mean, hey, you got to go to a blue state if you want to get that procedure done. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I really don't see the point of whining and crying about this if you actually understand that abortion is not illegal in this country now, right? That's just simply not the case. However, it's the mainstream media's fault because Democrat propaganda outlets like CNN have convinced people that somehow abortion is their constitutional right. Take a look.
And the Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade, that they have eliminated the constitutional right to an abortion. And at first glance, this opinion is very similar to that draft opinion that we saw leaked just about a month and a half ago at the beginning of May. So what we're seeing at first glance here is that this is a 5-4 decision. This is an opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, joined with those other conservatives, Justice Thomas, Gorsuch, Barrett, and Kavanaugh. The Chief Justice John Roberts not joining in the opinion, but joining in the judgment, meaning that he agrees that the Mississippi 15-week abortion ban should be upheld, but not agreeing with this sweeping proclamation that Roe v. Wade is overturned. We are looking into this opinion, but, this will have immediate effects here. By all estimates, about half of the states are expected to eliminate the right to abortion. We've got about a half dozen states that have so-called trigger laws that their abortion bans will go into effect either immediately or within the next 30 days or the next few months. And then we have about a dozen states with so-called zombie laws. Those were actually abortion laws that were on the books before Roe v. Wade in 1973 that will then go back into effect. On the flip side, there are about 16 states in Washington, D.C. that have sort of amped up their abortion protections. So they're expecting potentially to see an influx of patients coming into their states to actually get abortions for people who are living in states that will soon not be able to get abortions.
Yeah, so the unfortunate reality here for conservatives, even with this win for life, is that we're going to see abortion sanctuaries pop up around the country, right? Where you're going to have big liberal blue states like New York and California. They're essentially going to be paying people to come to the state to have an abortion, right? I mean, it is extremely screwed up, okay? But again, nobody should be surprised by the morality of the Democrat Party, as they've shown us that they truly don't have any morals, right? Again, speaking of the Democrat Party, let's actually check in on the prominent members of that party and see how they're doing when it comes to the news of this decision.
There's no point in saying good morning, because it certainly is not one. This morning, the radical Supreme Court is eviscerating Americans' rights and endangering their health and safety. But the Congress will continue to act to overcome this extremism and protect the American people. Today, the Republican-controlled Supreme Court has achieved their dark, extreme goal of ripping away a woman's right to make their own reproductive health decisions. Because of Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and the Republican Party, their supermajority in the Supreme Court, American women today have less freedom than their mothers. With Roe and their attempt to destroy it, radical Republicans are charging ahead with their crusade to criminalize health freedom.
Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away a constitutional right from the American people that it had already recognized. They didn't limit it, they simply took it away.
You see this turnout here? You ain't seen nothing yet. Women are going to control their bodies no matter how they try and stop us. The hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them. Women will be in control of their bodies. And if they think black women are intimidated or afraid, they got another thought coming. Black women will be out in droves. We will be out by the thousands. We will be out by the millions. We're going to make sure we fight for the right to control our own bodies. Thank you. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, so Democrats are in full-blown meltdown mode over this, okay? Despite what Joe Biden's saying, abortion is not a constitutional right. Also, the Supreme Court didn't take it away. Again, it is available in blue states who want to offer it, okay? You also have big corporations saying they will pay people to literally go to blue states to get abortions. So, again, I don't understand exactly where the outrage is here, okay? Because this is nobody's fault but the Democrats. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, there's a couple things here. First and foremost, when Obama was in office, when he had a supermajority in Congress, they decided to focus on Obamacare instead of trying to codify Roe v. Wade into law. They had an opportunity to do that. They chose not to. They chose other legislative priorities. Also, the Obama administration let Mitch McConnell finesse him, right? Mitch McConnell played 5D chess with these fools. Okay, let's keep it 100, right? Under Obama, there were a massive number of vacant seats on the federal courts that Mitch McConnell strategically held up because he anticipated that this day was coming.
I was shocked that former President Obama left so many vacancies and didn't try to fill those positions.
I'll tell you why. I was in charge of of what we did the last 2 years of the Obama administration.
I will give you full credit for that. And by the way, take a bow. All right, that was a good line.
Mitch McConnell is, I know a lot of people don't like him. Okay, I get it. He is a corrupt individual, but the guy is an absolute political genius, okay? He is a mastermind when it comes to navigating Washington, D.C. and political strategy. I mean, that's just the honest to God truth. He orchestrated this. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100 with you, okay? He basically stopped Obama from nominating a ton of federal judges, okay, to the point where there were a ton of seats open, including when Obama tried to nominate Merrick Garland. Mitch McConnell stopped that. Okay, he left all these seats open so that when the next Republican got into office, which happened to be Trump, all they really had to do is just fill the seats. Okay, Democrats got finessed, right? They got finessed by their own priorities, and they got finessed by Mitch McConnell. It is what it is. Because let's be real, Mitch McConnell was the guy that was like, yo, he was getting a whole lot of older conservative judges off the court under Trump. He was like, again, while we have the office here, y'all older folks need to retire. And we'll replace y'all with new judges that are going to be there forever. The Democrats, on the other hand, they couldn't even get their ish together enough to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg before she died. They let her die in office, right? They let her die in office instead of saying, look, you got to get off the court. Like, you're too old. We need to replace you while we have an opportunity. You know, they should have replaced her under Obama, right? That's what they should have did, okay? However, they didn't do it. Their priorities weren't in line. Mitch McConnell finessed them. Now, obviously, you know, Trump gets credit too because he nominated the judges as president of the United States. Obviously, he takes some credit. But I want you guys to really understand that there is a lot more political strategy that went behind this, and there's a lot more history that goes behind how this actually happened than just, well, Trump, you know, nominated the 3 Supreme Court justices and that's it. No, the federal courts matter as well too. The seats that were left open when Obama left office, that matters. All that stuff matters. This stuff was in the works. This was going to happen the day that Obama left office and a Republican was elected, okay? This was going to happen because Mitch McConnell engineered it to happen, okay? It is what it is. Yes, Mitch is corrupt. He's a corrupt individual, but I got to give a man credit where credit is due. He is an absolute genius, right? You're not going to hear that from any other conservative channel, right? The only person you're going to hear from is me, and it's probably not a popular thing to say, but I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. That guy is a dog, right? Mitch McConnell is a dog. So that being said, speaking of political strategy here, what does this mean for the Democrats in the midterm? I don't think it means all that much. I don't think this issue is a very important issue to anybody outside of young women, right? Young women and liberal women particularly, they're the ones that are the most upset about this, okay? And all of them live in blue states for the most part, okay? I don't think it really matters that much. I think most of the anger was let out when the draft of this opinion was leaked, okay? So, yeah, they're going to be upset. They're going to probably ride in the streets. They're going to do that little Democrat version of the insurrection. But I think it's going to die down. I don't think it's going to be as much of a meltdown as people are anticipating. However, if it is, you know, hey, I'm not going to complain. Gives me more content to make. But I'm just saying. I think that this is not really going to be a major issue come to midterms because people have had time to process and prepare for this decision. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.